Ruto must go.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Brothers and sisters, as days goes by, things are still unfolding, and the things that we didn't expect to happen are continuing to happen. And the suggestion that the Gen Zs normally gives, and the suggestion that they give, saying that Ruto must go, I think now is coming to pass. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because yesterday, William Ruto fired all the CSS, which we all know. That one was not enough. And then the Gen Zs say that in as much as you fired all the CSS, there are two people who must also go. We have got Bungei and also IG Koome. That one has happened. And today, just I think at around 3-4, IG Koome have decided to resign by himself. But the resignation of IG Koome comes at a very critical time, whereby the bodies, a lot of bodies have been found at Mukuru, Njenga. There is a pipeline in Kware. And what is funny is that these bodies have got the same ribbon. These bodies have got the same mark, and they have been put in the same sack. So the question is, how did these bodies reach in Kware, in Mukuru, Njenga? And how comes they have been put in the same sacks? The answer is, we all remember the Githurai massacre. What happened in Githurai when the policemen were ordered to go and fire arms during the Gen Z's protest that happened 2 weeks ago at around 8 at night. The question that people were asking was, if at all there was fire, where are the bodies that were killed, the people that were killed? Because a lot of people were complaining that they are not seeing their fellows. But right now, I think now the answer is clear, that the bodies the people that were killed in Githurai were dumped in Mukuru, Njenga.
Kanambo, anasema usikumese.
See live. See live.
Yes, you're live.
Watu hapa ni mbio.
Shimo ifunikwe. Watu wamekufa wengi juu ya hiyo shimo. Tunataka shimo ifunikwe na watu wako ndani watolewe wote na wapewe haki. We have to hiyo shimo ifunikwe ama ifenziwe. Serikali iko wapi? Ilikuwa wapi wakati ya watu walikuwa wanakufa? Where were they? What are they doing? When we don't have justice. Tunataka hiyo shimo ifunikwe na watu wako ndani watendewe haki. Mili tushikane wenye itapelekwa. Alafu watu hawezi kuwa kipata na kamba zifanane. They have a deal. Serikali kuja ifunike shimo na ifenzi na watu wambia ni nani waliua.
Mr. President is supposed to resign with an immediate effect, because in as much as we are concentrating, I told you that in as much as we are concentrating on the IG Koome's resignation, that one is not enough.
Those kind of threats. Yes, it was said at some stage. I'll go to ACC.
Yes. Because of violating the very rights of Kenyans when they're exercising their right. That was the context of you will be taken to the ICC.
Because of discharging my mandate to the best of my ability. Ken, that time we're losing this country, and I don't stamp authority as the Inspector General of this country would have lost it.
In as much as we are concentrating on the people and the Gen Zs from Eldoret are cutting cake on the street celebrating the resignation, the firing of people like Kipchumba Murkomen like this.
Kata kabisa yuko majimani. Kata mara nyingi. Kata barabara. Haya usaidia kukata sasa. Kata. Wewe nani? Wewe chunga hizi ndio. Wewe songa kidogo bwana. Shika meza. Shika meza. Shika wewe hata ukiwa huko. Shika wewe. So mama moja comment geni.
First and foremost, I want to thank the President for the move that he made yesterday. We are very excited as Gen Z, despite the fact that we know we have these attacks in Sijani. So despite the facts, we have been actually advocating for many issues, calling for accountability. Mr. Murkomen, I believe that now you are jobless, but don't worry. You are a very good brand ambassador. You can actually, we want to call upon the Rolex to actually give you job to be the official brand ambassador, because actually you are very good in advertisement, in adverts. So karibu nyumbani feel at home. To IG Koome, you've made a bold step, but ungefanya kitambo sana. Leo umechelewa, wenda nyumbani kumzike. Mr. President is calling out to elect that person who is eligible. Now to the types of cabinet secretary that we want. We want a cabinet secretary. Number one, they should not be political. We need, if it's for example the health docket, we need somebody like doctor. It's only a doctor that will understand the issues of doctors in that sector. It is only a doctor that will understand the issues of intern doctors. If it is energy, we need somebody like engineer. We don't want anybody just being replaced. We need professionals.
That one is not enough. In as much as the president still leaves Musalia Mudavadi in office, that one is not enough. In as much as IG Koome resigns, leaving Bungei in office, and the killer cop still walks freely on the street, that one is not enough. What will bring this country at ease is to make sure that the president also resigns and says that I cannot control this country. I cannot rule this country the way people want it to be ruled. And I have failed as a president. And therefore, I have declared that I'm going to resign. That's the same way he says that, just the same way yesterday he said that due to the power that I've been given and according to the constitution, I hereby fire all the CSS. That is the same way he should take action. He should take a step ahead and come publicly, order a press, call a press at the State House, and say that I have decided to resign as the President of the Republic of Kenya. Because a lot of people have died. A lot of families are crying. You know, there is no way we can say that all these bodies... Okay, I just want to ask, how did all these bodies do kwa Njenga? same sacks, same ribbon that is, if at all these bodies maybe were dumped different days, then they could have had different ribbons. They could have been put in different sacks. How comes they're in the same sacks, the same color of sacks? They've been tied using the same.
Ile tukuja sasa kuangalia confirm, tukapata kumbe bado kuna miili zingine, tukaingia ndani, tukafunga moja tukamba, tukamuingiza ndani, kumbe confirm akapata, tukitaka kuokoa mwili moja, kumbe akapata miili zingine na zilifungwa na magunia zenye zinafanana zote za blue zote, alafu wote ni wanawake za green, alafu wote ni wanawake.
The answer is, it means that these bodies are the bodies of people that were killed in Githurai and then were dumped and then were carried by the policemen and dumped in Mukuru kwa Njenga. Another question is, why is it that the police around the pipeline were silent? Is it that they knew what was going on, or is it that they knew what was happening, or is it that they knew the happenings? Were they also in the same plan, or were they warned that they should not say anything concerning the dumping of these bodies that were killed? Those are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Let us not be, in as much as we are happy that IG Koome have resigned, but let us also feel this pain of finding almost 10 bodies, and other bodies are continuing to be retrieved from dump site in pipeline of Mukuru kwa Njenga, of 8 women. They did nothing wrong to anybody. So why were they killed? Why were they abandoned? Their family members have been looking for the bodies so that at least they can bury. I
want my grandson. If not that, Ruto, I'm coming na mguu yangu State House. And I mean it. Afadhali ungeliniua mimi. Sikuwa.
Grandson wako
I don't know where he is.
Tangu lini mama?
Kutoka wakati huo Githurai. Where is my grandson? Na Ruto ndio. Ishmael. 21 year old.
Ni student.
Yeah. Where is he? And Ruto ndio alifanya hiyo maneno yote. Ruto, utanipatia huyo mtoto ama unipatie wako? Si wako umeficha? Nimkose hiyo mochari mnaniambia. Nitaenda kuangaliliwa. Wai Ruto rutige wana. Tokerie dashigana. 15 ya kutumalizia watoto Ruto. Uko na adabu. Shame on you 100 times.
The pain only ends when one dies. The pain of the family only ends when the family itself buries their own. But now here is a situation whereby one of your family members died, and then the body is nowhere to be found. At least you can bury him or her. Those are the questions, and that is now where we are at this moment. IG Koome has resigned. We are happy. We are remaining with Bungei should also resign. And then the killer cop, who is still walking on the street, should also be found and be charged. But the biggest question is, how did these bodies end up being dumped in Mukuru kwa Njenga? And who is responsible for this? This calls for an alarm, and the Gen Zs must still continue with the trumpet, with blowing the trumpet of Ruto must go. Because in as much as we've cut all the branches of a tree, we need also to cut the whole tree so that it can start sprouting again. That is all I had for today. And until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface. Bye-bye.